Hey, welcome to video number 65 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things. Laughing and
BNI.
BNI.
And networking.
And networking. I am Mark Simmons. And Hazel, we're going through the gains profile.
Yep.
We've done the G. We've done the A.
Sound like a cheerleader.
Yeah, G, A. And today we're an I, which is interesting.
No, not interesting. Interest.
Well, it's about interest, but
Yes.
it's interesting
It
because
is
it's about
interesting.
interest. Yeah. So what's important about knowing each other's interests?
When we can find what people are passionate about, so those things that you do because it gives you joy to do them, those are the things that create rapport, right? So and especially if we can find a passion or an interest that we have in common, that really builds a strong relationship because we're able to have a deeper conversation. So I had a guy one time say to me that the gains profile wouldn't work. He tried it, it didn't work. It was also very high C, so it was very technical for him. And I said, well, tell me some of the things that you really love. And he was telling me about hockey. I go, what's one of your big goals? He goes, oh, I want to be. He wanted to be a hockey coach, and he was telling me about childhood hockey and when he played hockey and all of that. And as I engaged him in that conversation around hockey, which I know nothing about, it really opened him up, and he started telling me that his ultimate goal was to be a high school coach and to get into high schools and teach hockey. He was in BNI for something totally different. And I said, have you ever shared that with your BNI members? Mm-hmm. Right? Have you shared that interest with your BNI members? Because some of them are involved in the school system you want to get into. And he is a hockey coach in the school system because he started to share his interest. When people are talking about what they're passionate about, they get excited. People love to talk about themselves. We love to talk about what we're passionate about. And that's what the I does for us. It really opens us up to everything else. Everything we discuss on the gains profile doesn't have to be about business. Right? It doesn't have to be. One of my goals might be that I want to do a triathlon. Right? So there's all this training I'll have to do, and you might be able to connect me with other people that are doing triathlons and where they're getting their training and stuff. Right? So it doesn't always have to be about business. And when you're going to interest, it's rarely about business.
Yeah. One of the cool things I've seen with the I, when you learn about each other's interests, it's like the doorway to expediting the relationship.
It is.
Because once you and I have a common interest, it's like, oh my gosh, and the excitement, and like you say, the passion, you can feel it come out, and it really does expedite the relationship. Now we're friends.
Now we're friends, because now you've gone beyond business and you've become friends because you have something in common.
Yeah.
To me, it's the most brilliant of all of the gains, and it's the one that I use the most when I'm out networking. So I just ask people, when you're not working and doing what you do to make a living, what do you love to do?
Yeah.
What's your interest and passions? And man, when people start talking about that, perfect strangers, and they will say, that was the best conversation I've ever had at a networking event. Right? So I always recommend that you start with that, with the I. Start with the I and go from there.
Great. So takeaways, start with the I, start with the interests, and even more importantly, use the gains profiles for every one of your one-to-ones. Change it as your needs change, as your goals change.
Yep.
Continue to use it and learn about each other's interests.